We heard how complex the aquifer of Bangalore is and how traditional well diggers are trying their best to help the city understand the shallow unconfined aquifer, draw water from wells, and recharge the open wells. The city has another problem. As it crusts up, as we build on it, and as we put roads, there's very little space for water to infiltrate into the ground. Added to that, with climate change and the heat island effect, the intensities of rainfall are increasing and the volume of rainfall can also increase. Here comes the necessity for data. The Karnataka State Natural Disaster Monitoring Center, set up by the government of Karnataka, is one such institution which is collecting weather data from across 99 weather stations all over the city. This granulated information is helping the city understand rainfall patterns and intensities. And with modeling, we are also getting a hang on where the city is likely to flood and how good are the stormwater drainage systems to cope with it. So let's come listen to what government can do to better manage floods in an era of climate change.
Hi, I am Shubha Avinash. I work for Karnataka State Natural Disaster Monitoring Center, well known as KSNDMC, in the Department of Hydrology. KSNDMC is an autonomous body under Department of Revenue Disaster Management, Government of Karnataka. The center was first set as a drought monitoring cell in the year 1988 and later reframed as Karnataka State Natural Disaster Monitoring Center in the year 2007. Basically, the center believes in the concept of measure to manage, and under the concept, the center has designed and established a very granular network of GPRS enabled and solar powered telemetric weather stations and telemetric rain gauge stations all over the state. So we have 6,500 telemetric rain gauge stations at every Gram Panchayat level and 930 weather stations at every Hobli level. This is one of its kind in the country that any state is having such a granular weather observation network. We have studied the historical flood events which has happened in the city, and also we have understood the low-lying area and the stormwater drainage characteristics in the Bengaluru city of 800 square kilometer area. As a part of disaster risk reduction and disaster monitoring for urban flood scenario, in KSNDMC we have developed a urban flood forecast system and early warning system with a knowledge sharing and collaborative partnership with Indian Institute of Science. Under the project, what we have done is we have established 100 telemetric rain gauge stations and 12 weather monitoring stations within the city of Bangalore. And also on a pilot basis, we have installed 26 water level sensor all along the stormwater drain network in the major stormwater drains, which is very much near to the more flood vulnerable areas. And we have mapped frequently flood vulnerable areas in the city. We do get the rainfall forecast and weather forecast also in collaboration with Space Application Center. It is part of ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization. We have developed a hydrological model studying the watershed. We have major 3 watersheds in the city: Rishabhavati Valley, Hebbal Valley and Koramangala Chellagatta Valley. So we have been able to understand each micro watershed, how much it is contributing to any of the connecting drains, depending upon the land use, land cover pattern, soil characteristics, infiltration parameter, and we have developed a flood mapping for the Bangalore city. So we will be able to understand what is the flood vulnerability of any particular location, which part of the city is going to flood, and what is the extent of it. So we will be able to give that as a forecasted and early warning information to the administration to take a better action. We have used a very good dissemination system to give this information to the administration. We have a dedicated WhatsApp groups called BRD Bengaluru and BBMP Disaster Management Core Group, wherein all the administrative officers in the municipal corporation and also the line departments like traffic police, even the fire and emergency, NDRF, SDRF, and the civil defense personnel who will be volunteering to help in the relief and rehabilitation work. And they take the information to the last mile in the field level engineers to take proper action in case of the flood disaster which is forecast as per the rain forecast from KSNDMC. We have developed in KSNDMC and we have launched Android mobile application called Bengaluru Varnamitra, which was released and launched on 6th June 2020 this year. And also we have developed a dynamic web portal which is called www.varnamitra.karnataka.gov.in, wherein it has a live dashboard, a weather dashboard for the city, and live real-time flood dashboard also is there in case of any dynamic rainfall event is happening. So according to the intensity of rainfall or according to the amount of rainfall which is happening dynamically, it will be able to show which are all the areas getting flooded or inundated for that particular event. So, and this can be viewed location specific or even the zone wise for the administration. We have 8 different zones in the city and 198 wards. No other city in the country has such a granular information on weather and rainfall real time, and also forecasted rainfall for next 3 days what we give in that mobile app dedicatedly to the citizens of Bangalore. The product of hydrological model simulation will help the urban planners, the developers and administrators to take proper action on reducing the impact of the flooding and to take proper action on developmental activities, or even how sustainably water can be managed in the city, looking at the availability of water resources with the rainfall information, and also to take a proper action on rainwater harvesting implications, and to know even the structural capacity of rainwater harvesting structure which is to be designed in different locations within the city itself.
ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಮೋಹನ್ ಅಂತ. ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಜ್ಜಾಪುರದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ರೈನ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಕೆಲಸನ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಏನಂತ ಅವರು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಈ ಥರ ಇಂಥ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಸರ್, ಬಂದು ನೋಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಅವ್ರು ಬಂದು ನೋಡಿದ್ರು 1 ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂಚೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗನ್ನು ನೋಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕೆಲಸ ಕೊಡ್ತು ನನಗೆ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರು ಕೆಲಸ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಎ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ನಾವು. ಸೊ ಮಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು 50% ಟ್ಯಾಂಕರ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರು ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಿದೆ ಟ್ಯಾಂಕರ್ ವಾಟ್ರು. ಸೊ ಟೆರೆಸ್ ವಾಟ್ರ್ ಫಿಲ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದರಿಂದ ಸಂಪು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಸಂಪಿಂದ ಓವರ್ಫ್ಲೋ ಬಾವಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಸೊ ರೀಚಾರ್ಜ್. ಸೊ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಗೋಲ್ಡನ್ ಎನ್ಕ್ಲೋವ್ ಅಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟು. ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 8 ಇಂಚಸ್ ಪೈಪೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ 3 ಫಿಲ್ಟ್ರು ಅಂದರೆ ದೊಡ್ಡದು 1-2 ಲಕ್ಷ ಮೇಲೆ ಫಿಲ್ಟ್ರ್ ಸಂಪಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅದೂ ತುಂಬ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 4 ರೀಚಾರ್ಜ್ ವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, 4 ಹೊಸ ಬೋರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅದರ ತುಂಬ ವರ್ಕೌಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿದೆ ಸರ್.
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅನಿಸಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಗಳು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ರೈನ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಹಾರ್ವೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ? ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ?
ಉಪಯೋಗ ಇದೆ ಸರ್, ಬಟ್ 75% ಉಪಯೋಗ ಇದೆ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ರೀಚಾರ್ಜ್ ವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಇದೆ ರೀಚಾರ್ಜ್ ವೆಲ್ಲಿಂದ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಟ್ಯಾಂಕಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಓವರ್ ಟೆರೆಸ್ ವಾಟರ್ನ ತೊಗೊಂಬಂದು ಫಿಲ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಫಿಲ್ಟ್ರಿಂದ ಸಂಪು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಸಂಪಿಂದ ಓವರ್ಫ್ಲೋ ರೀಚಾರ್ಜ್ ವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಆಗ ನಮಗೆ ರೀಚಾರ್ಜ್ ವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಬೋರ್ವೆಲ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಇದೆ ಬೋರ್ವೆಲ್ಲಿಂದ.
I am Vijay Raj from Farmland Rainwater Harvesting System. Farmland Rainwater Harvesting System is a pioneer company in India which have been installing rooftop rainwater harvesting as well as groundwater recharging systems. As you are aware that the groundwater table is falling down drastically. You know, in Bangalore, if you take, we have already reached about 1,600 to 1,800 feet. Out of the every 10 borewells that are drilled, we get water only in the 4 borewells. In the first year of operation, again 2 borewells fail, and only 2 borewells will remain, which will be giving water. The strike rate of the borewells in Bangalore is hardly 20%. We have seen that we have been cautioned by the BBC report as well as the Niti Aayog that Bangalore will be the second city in the world to run out of the water, and we are proving it right. Generally, they say to recharge the groundwater, you just make a pit of about 20 feet deep, install the rings, and then the water can be recharged. But from our past 20 years of experience, we have seen that these recharging pits are not helping much in recharging of the borewells because of the soil conditions of the Bangalore. Here we have got top level, we have got clay mix soil and followed by the sheet rock. So what is happening is whatever the water may percolate in this recharging pits generally recharge the shallow aquifer, but they are not reaching to the deeper aquifer. So we in the farmland rainwater harvesting have innovative technology to recharge the groundwater or to recharge the borewells. Here what we do is we do a vertical electric sounding to find out the first permeable zone, and then we make a system so that we can take the water to the first permeable zone and leave the water there. A proper filtration system is made where we have a silt trap system, and then we have got the main injection well system wherein we have got a filtration system which is fortified using activated carbon, silica sand and charcoal. So this water after a proper filtration is allowed to percolate to the first permeable zone, not to the aquifer but to the first permeable zone. Thereafter this water gets filtered through the earth crust and then reaches the aquifer. So we have seen in our past experience that even the dried borewells get rejuvenated. Not only the quantity of the water that has been increasing, but the quality of the water also improves because of the dilution effect. Here what happens is, because we are allowing the huge quantity of the water that can percolate, we have seen some of the borewells which can take about 2 lakh liters of the water per hour. We have seen from 3000 liters per hour to about 2 lakh liters of the water can be percolated into these kind of the injection wells depending upon the strata that is available. So what happens is, this installation, once it is installed, their lifespan is about 20 years because there is not much of maintenance involved except for changing the filtration media once in 3 years and desilting of the silt traps every year. These kind of the system presently we have installed in almost all the places in Bangalore, even avoiding the flooding of the Bangalore also. We installed these kind of the system in the underpasses which used to get flooded during the rainfall. So what happens is it was very difficult for the people to move in these underpasses. So we installed these kind of the injection wells with even an oil and grease trap and then the proper filtration media. And this year in this monsoon we observed, in spite of the heavier rainfall, none of these underpasses where we installed these kind of injection wells flooded. So this will solve in the two ways. One is to recharge the groundwater, also to avoid the flooding also. So this is one of the technologies wherein by this time we have installed about more than 14,700 such installations. Because of the intensity of the rainfall, the water doesn't percolate. Most of the water runs off. So in this kind of system, huge waters can be percolated into the ground. And this have been installation also is very nominal, and that can help in solving the groundwater tables depletion.